and welcome to Whiskey Wednesday. You'll notice I'm not able to keep the smile off my face because why not? We're sat at a piano, I'm wearing this thing, it's all an absolutely absurd shot as you can get into. We're also doing a food pairing today, which is quite an important thing, but we'll try and get through that as quickly as possible. Today we're talking about Glenmorangie. This is the Bacalta. This is the brand new Madeira finished single malt they brought out, the 9th part of their private release. Essentially it's aged in bourbon barrels for the first 10 years of its life, and then for the last 2 years we're talking Malmsey Madeira, which is the sweetest form of Madeira wine. Typically, if you've ever tried Madeira wine, it's kind of sweet, sticky, sort of like really lovely vanilla flavours and caramel running through it. This just accentuates Glenmorangie even more, especially that kind of light, easygoing style that they're renowned for. So no messing around, we'll have a little taste, then we'll do a bit of a food pairing, and then we'll give it a score. So first of all, on the smell. It's somewhat typical and then not somewhat typical as well, so you get those lovely kind of butterscotch and vanilla flavours coming through from classic Glenmorangie. And then those Madeira barrels are just providing like a little bit of apricot, kind of like sun-dried fruits, mango, all that kind of stuff. Quite a lot of mint, which is quite important for the food pairing. We do get a lot of eucalyptus and kind of round peppermint flavours. Yeah, just lovely, very summery, very clean, very fresh. We'll switch to a taste. Warming, nice bit of spice, kind of cinnamon based. Kind of like bakery spices. It's cinnamon and like bits of brown sugar, like a little bit of molasses. Although it's not as thick as you would think with that kind of molasses note. It's not a very syrupy style, it's still quite light. The important part is the food pairing. I mentioned the word mint. And just to fit in with the piano and the roller neck style, we'll be pairing this with a very British traditional thing, which is an after eight or a thin mint or whatever the equivalent of this is in whatever country you're watching. So we're going to take a small bite of this, we're going to chew it, and we're going to add some of the whiskey in and just see what happens. Really accentuates that mint note. It's not a very minty style. This, I'm reviewing chocolate now. It's not the most like minty thing you can get your hands on, but it just brings out that kind of lovely eucalyptus style from those bourbon barrels and a little bit from those Madeira barrels too. Also brings out a lot of the oak content because this is so sweet, counteracted with a 46% alcohol whiskey. You do get that drier, oakier style coming through towards the back. We'll chat about the finish, and then we'll give it a score. Still dry, oaky spices. Very reminiscent of things like Evan Williams bourbon, which is a slightly kind of earthy, sweet potato note to it as well. All in all, a very nice whiskey. I think I spent about £70 on that bottle, purely because I like these private release bottles. If I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't spend that money again on it. I don't think it's as interesting as some of the other releases they've brought out. But in terms of an all-around score, that is like a good sort of 7.5 out of 10. It's soft, it's lovely. You get like a lovely kind of summery sensation with the apricot and the mango, and then it's classical Glenmorangie behind it as well. So the Bacalta gets a 7.5. As you can see, I bought this about a month ago and it's already half gone. It's been split between myself and a lot of good friends. So if you have seen this and if you are interested in it, or if you have bought one and you're keeping it to one side, please do open it because there's no point in keeping them to one side. Enjoy it while you can, there's only a certain amount made. So thank you very much. That's been Bacalta. That was a 7.5 out of 10. I've been Phil, this is a piano, and I will see you all again next week. Thank you.